For your pregame entertainment on our last home game of 2014, the Winton Woods High School Marching Band will play a song from their 2014 show. Here is My Songs Know What You Did in the Dark, Light 'Em Up. Ladies and gentlemen, your Winton Woods High School Marching Band. Would you please rise for the playing of our national anthem as played by our Winton Woods High School Marching Band, conducted by Band Director Ms. Danny Ashbrook, and then remain standing for our alma mater, conducted by our Assistant Director Mr. Mike Schultz. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem. And now remain standing for the playing of our alma mater. Stay standing. It's time for the fight song.
You have but 4 years to spend in high school. Every moment you spend of those 4 years on the gridiron, you give your heart and soul to that effort. 2 days in the summer heat to that last chance to earn a playoff spot in the autumn chill. The smell of the grill, the sounds of the legions of supporters in the stands, the chill in your spine at that critical time are all what you are here for. Why, you ask, should it ever have to end? For many of the seniors here tonight, this will be their last football game. Many more will go on to play at the college level or beyond. Nothing will ever compare to that Friday night feeling every fall. On a cold, windy, and on and off rainy night, White Cross Community Media welcomes you to the final week of the regular season from Charlie Frederick Stadium on the campus of Winton High School. John Palmer and Jacob Williams in-house for you tonight for what is always an emotional night.
Well, JP, the long and winding road of the 14 campaign has gotten to the final week of regular season play. What we witnessed here last week, JP, was a case of Mama said there'll be days like this. Now, the hunt for October around here has morphed into mayhem. With that being said, though, if the Warriors can win here tonight, they may still know where they're going to.
The Winton Woods Warriors charge onto the field. Leading them is number 2, Chaz Lumpkin. Jason Dudley, our handheld operator tonight, getting that excellent handheld shot. And Jacob, as you said last week, a tough loss for Winton Woods, and pretty much so knocking them out of the Harbin standings, Jacob.
Well, you know, they still got a chance here if things go well for them today. They need a little bit of help, but the first thing they need to do is just take care of their business here right now. You see on the screen here, here's the layout.
Yep. So top 8 make it into the postseason. So right now, if they didn't play any games tonight, Loveland would be at LaSalle. Tecumseh would be at Mount Healthy, so on and so forth. So LaSalle first, Mount Healthy, then Kings, Lima Senior, Harrison, Northwest. Mount Healthy and Northwest in a big game between each other tonight. Northwest looks to be fairly well in, even with a loss. Steve Sheff projecting them in. Winton Woods needs to win tonight, and a lot of help. A lot of help. Glen Estey may sneak in here at the last second as Bishop Watterson Eagles take to the field. But, you know, it was a tough season for Winton Woods. Played several tough teams, had some injuries early in the season, and some undisciplined play hurting them.
Well, you know, JP, 14 campaign, like you said, some of the earlier play that they've come up with has them at this stage of the season stuck between a fire hydrant and a one hind leg foaming at the mouth pit bull.
There you see our officials, the referee, Rene Cousineau, umpire John Newsom, line judge Mark Ripperger, linesman Dallas Coleman, and the back judge Rob Lambert. Watterson won the toss. They deferred. Winton Woods will receive. Watterson will start the game defending the north end zone. Winton Woods will start defending the south end zone. Bishop Watterson coming in 2-7. One common opponent between these teams. Winton Woods losing to Mason week 3, 22-0. Mason beating Bishop Watterson 15-7.
Well, Dan Bajelic, and talking to him, the head man over there at Bishop Watterson before the game, he's in his 11th year now as the head man. And Dan says, Coach Majelic says, these guys fight. And he emphasized fight. He says, we got a ton of talent. And we're here. We got a couple guys that are verbal to Harvard. And we got a few guys that you're going to be calling numbers on tonight. We're coming here to fight. These guys won the state title back in 2010. And their only loss that year, JP, was to your Winton Woods Warriors.
Winton Woods does prepare teams for the playoff. I remember about, was it 3 or 4 years ago when the FAVC had their last game. The Glen Estee coach credited Winton Woods with helping prepare Glen Estee for that playoff, their first round playoff game that year, which Glen Estee won. So you see lining up to kick for Bishop Watterson is number 28, Michael Harper. Back deep to receive for Winton Woods is number 18, Kenny Mabry. Wind is pretty stiff and cold tonight. The rain has stopped for now. There's a little more off to the west that might build in by halftime. Temperature in the low 40s. Halloween night. Game is underway. Nice deep kick. Mabry fields in the end zone. Touchback. Nice. So Winton Woods will start 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line.
Yeah, I was told that this guy could kick the cover off the ball by Coach Majelic before the game. So, you know, these guys don't have a big squad in numbers, but they got a lot of skill and a lot of heart. And we're in for a 3-chin strap game here tonight, JP.
So Winton Woods, offense out for the first time on the final game of the season, senior night here in Winton Woods. Sean Steele out back, give is to Marcus Davis. Davis up the middle, picks up about 4 yards. Pick up of about 4 to the 24-yard line, 2nd and 6.
Marcus Davis going through there. Somebody crashed into the backfield, was able to get a hand on his shoestring there and start him on the way down. And these guys got to keep that penetration out of the backfield and let Mr. Davis get a head start, steamrolling there.
Steele in the gun, keeps it to his right. Turns the corner, he'll get the first down and then some, runs into his own man, that's Kenny Mabry, but first down plus 5 more, 1st and 10 from the 35 up next.
You see with Steele picking up where he left off last week, running that ball. They had to honor the possibility of him pitching Marcus Davis, who won a block on the perimeter by Mr. McConnell there, number 10, Lionel McConnell. That gives him that first down.
So 1st and 10 from the 35, 11-12 and counting. Bit of a high snap. Steele keeps it right side. Stopped in the backfield. There is a flag in.
The only thing that we could hope is somehow that's a face mask, but other than that, it's probably going to go against the Warriors.
Holding on Winton Woods, 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Lots and lots of holding penalties last game, Jacob.
Well, I don't want to beat a dead horse with those holding penalties because I can't honestly stand here and say that that's what cost them the game. They were beaten by a team that was ready for the play that night and can't always blame it on these Zebras.
So the penalty was declined. Ball spotted on the 31-yard line. 2nd and 14 for Winton Woods. Pitch is to Davis. Davis has room on his feet to the left side. One grabbing him, misses that first tackle. Finally brought down by a couple of Bishop Watterson players. Number 5, Tyler Bear, among one of them.
Marcus Davis, nice throw by Steele. Catches it in stride, outruns this guy. Block thrown. Fortunately, the official didn't see what it looked like. It might have been a hold, but he eludes more tacklers downfield, and Marcus Davis playing ball like he doesn't want this to be his last night of OHSAA football.
Odds are stacked against Winton Woods. Give to Davis again. Dives up through, busts through the line. There was a hole. He's on his feet. Cuts again to the right. Taken down inside the red zone.
Marcus Davis shifting and weaving his way in and out of traffic, picking up good yardage. And they're down in the red zone now. Nice block thrown by Noah Listerman in there to get him started. Runs out of that arm tackle there. Perimeter block being thrown by Lionel McConnell. Nice job.
Steele gives to Davis.
Steele
No,
fakes.
Steele keeps it left side. He has got room. Turns the corner and Sean Steele into the end zone on a 16-yard run.
John Steele getting the scoring started off for the Warriors tonight with 10-14 left to go in the first quarter. And we see massive blocks being thrown up there on the offensive line. George Brown Jr. caved in a few guys all by himself there and opened up the big hole. Again, Lionel McConnell for a good perimeter block for him.
So Max Shinda's kick is up, and it is good. So Wintonwood's up 7-zip with 10-14 left in the first quarter.
Woods coming to here in that first drive, establishing that this is their house tonight. And we'll have to see how the whole fourth quarter plays out. But it's good to see the home team guys open up like they mean business.
Not a very big crowd here tonight, Jacob. The band is filling up a good section of the stands.
Well, I know there's some kind of festivities out and about.
Yep.
I saw my grandson before the game in the parking lot. He said something about some trick or treat or this or
What's
that.
his costume?
He didn't have a costume.
Did he need one?
Oh, yeah. Well, he had something, but he didn't want to put it on to show his grandfather. You know how that goes.
So back to receive for Bishop Watterson looks like number 11, Alex Losco. And number 40-something.
Alex Losco, 6'1", 184-pound senior.
So Chinda ready to kick. Kick is up. Losco fields it at the 10. Runs forward, up through, gets a hole on his feet. Good run, good return up to outside the 35-yard line. They'll spot him at about the 37.
Okay, now if the Warriors want to keep the hammer down, they're going to have to limit special teams. Let these guys starting out with good field position like this.
Sam Maglisic, the quarterback for Bishop Watterson, number 6 there with his back to us. Turns around, has number 48, that looks like, or 45, Sam Lewis along with him. Maglisic keeps it and wrapped up in the backfield by number 92 for Wintonwood.
Rodney Kroom on the stop. Rodney Kroom, he's a junior. He'll be back next year. Nice tackle, shed that block, and he's on the case.
So a 2-yard loss on that play. 2nd and 12, ball on the 35-yard line. Bishop Watterson in their own territory. Clock ticks to 9.5 left.
So they got the Eagles playing behind the sticks right off the bat. Maglisic keeps it again.
Up the middle. Pick up about 2 yards back to the original line of scrimmage.
So here we go, 9:16 left to go in the first quarter. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 10 for the Eagles here. It's like the Warrior defense coming to play. There's Rodney Kroom on that stop once more.
So 3rd and 10, ball on the Watterson 37. 9 minutes left. Wintonwood's up 7-zip here.
Warriors defense playing like they got something to prove based on last week.
Maglisic back to pass. Pass is intended for Bishop Watterson. Incomplete. Christian Lumpkin on the stop. Also, number 11, Alex Losco, the intended receiver.
Maglisic back there gets decent protection in the pocket, but, you know, a nice play on defense by the Warriors. Number 1, Christian Lumpkin.
So the Wintonwood's defense holding Bishop Watterson to a 2-and-out. Michael Harper, Watterson to kick. Kenny Mabry back to receive.
Good kick. Execute this
Mabry
kick.
lets punt, takes a Watterson bounce, rolls out of bounds at the 11-yard line. So Wintonwood's takes over after 3-and-out. 1st and 10 at their 11-yard line with 8:35 left in the first.
Mabry willing to watch that ball hit and roll out of bounds. not wanting to go up in there and rush into reception of that ball in traffic. That's what started the floodgates open last week, JP.
Well, yeah, and last week, Maybury calling a fair catch, muffing the punt. LaSalle scoring on that 21-yard pass on the very next play. I was talking to Art Wilson before the game, and one thing he said was how many points off of turnovers there were last week.
Oh, what do we got going on here? Somebody needs to call timeout. What's this guy doing?
Steele gives to Davis. Davis up the middle, picks up about a yard, if anything. Stopped in the offensive-defensive line scrum.
Okay, I guess the Warriors was able to shuffle number 25, Terrence Smith, into that lineup.
They give him about a yard on that, it looks like, from the chain gang. 2nd and 9 from the 12 with 8:10 left.
Well, you can see where Eagles have been talked to on the sidelines, and they don't want to let the Warriors make a living with Marcus Davis going in.
Steele, pass is complete to Lionel McConnell, number 10. Down the line he goes. He is free. Can he win the foot race? He has done it to the 20, to the 10. Lionel McConnell on a 78, on an 88-yard bust.
Lionel McConnell, by the time they figured out what was wrong, he was already doing the malfunction junction shuffle there. Warriors coming in here. Yes, sir. Mr. McConnell, he's stretching those legs, high stepping in there. And it's going to be a long night for the Eagles if they can't find somebody to match up with speed on the outside with him.
So Max Shinda holds us down, kick is up, and it is blocked. So kick is no good. I don't even know if he got a full boot on that either. So first missed kick of the night for Maxime Shinda. He was 16 for 19 coming into the game. Now 17 for 21 for Shinda.
Well, the idea of tonight's game is to have them and not need them, then need them and not have them, because they need to score early and often by crossing the goal line, not going through the uprights. So we see again this pass. Steele throws it, perfect spiral. Connell makes sure he gathers it in before he looks upfield. Now it's just a high-stepping foot race between him and the Eagle defenders, which credit to the Winton Woods player not to try to throw an unnecessary block when McConnell's going to outrun everybody to the house anyway.
This is the 9th meeting between the two teams, all square in victories between the two teams last year. Winton Woods defeating Bishop Watterson 17-0 up in the Columbus area. Not too far north of Ohio State University is the Bishop Watterson School. Cinda to kick. Now the kick down the right-hand side, picked up at about the 25-yard line. Return up to about the 36-yard line.
You know, when that ball was picked up, Mr. Number 11, Alex Losco, he pushed it. Look at him. He gives him a shove. Say, that's where you're going, buddy. And you're not changing your mind either. So, I guess who was that? Number 32?
That sounds about right.
That wasn't number 32, but I got to get that guy's name.
McGleesick in the gun. Keeps it. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of about a yard or two.
Everybody just caved it in. Winton Woods defenders just penetrated into the backfield. Host of hats waiting.
You see number 2, Chaz Lumpkin.
Looks like the Warriors are going to be flying to the ball tonight.
So McGleesick, number 6 for Bishop Watterson. Like you said before the game, they're kind of in the Boston College colors. In gold and white.
Mm-hmm.
McGleesick under center. 2 back.
Turn
McGleesick keeps it, nearly losing the ball, but keeps a hold on it and rolls up to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10 up next.
Okay, so with this 3rd and 10, we're going to have to throw and see him go in here. Number 34, Quamaine Watson for the Warriors. Tripped him up as he went through there, almost caused a fumble.
3rd and 10 for Watterson from their own 38-yard line with 6:27 and counting, trailing 13-zip here on this 31st of October, 2014. October has flown by, Jacob.
Well, that's the calendar, you know.
McGleesick on the fake. He is under pressure from Quamaine Watson. That was number 34. Yes, Quamaine Watson missing that tackle. Gets the first down and rolls out of bounds.
Yeah, McGleesick there makes a big run. It's going to get the Warriors more to think about. Unfortunately, Quamaine Watson couldn't come up with that, and then he outruns David Sparks to the spot. Fortunately for the Warriors, number 1, Christian Lumpkin able to knock him out of bounds.
1st and 10 now for Bishop Watterson in Winton Woods territory. 6:02 left on the Warriors' 46-yard line. And we have flags motion on the play.
See those kind of flags like that, getting these guys to jump
Offsides
offside.
on Winton Woods.
That kind of indicates that these guys got things to think about now. And
just up at the top, that was number 2, looks like Chaz Lumpkin, just jumping offside.
So Warriors, they look hungry. I'm telling you, the defense looks hungry. They got a different look altogether out there tonight.
So 1st and 5 for Watterson. McGleesick gives up the middle to number 40. Couldn't tell the number before he got wrapped up by a host of Warriors. That was number 47, Adam Kassoon.
Number 47, Adam Kassoon. Kept them legs churning. You know, he had guys wrapped around him there, but he kept his legs churning. But it seems like everywhere they go with the ball, there's all kind of Warrior hats in the neighborhood. So, you know, that's a good sign. Fakes to give, and he keeps it. But the ball's out on the ground, and maybe
ball is
on
loose. Who has got it? Referee sorting to the bottom of the pile. 2nd down is their signal. Actually, it should be 3rd down, actually. I think I only saw 2 fingers at first. Looks like Art Wilson there. Take a look at this on replay, Jacob.
You see him going in there, and again, the Warriors penetrated it deep into the backfield. Unfortunately, the Warriors couldn't come up with that fumble, but got this thing down to 2nd and 6 right now.
It's 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6.
From the 42-yard line for Watterson. McGleesick under pressure, misses a tackle. Watson gets a hand on him. He can't get anything. Picks up about 2 or 3 yards. He'll be inside the 40-yard line. They'll mark him at about the 43.
Yeah, McGleesick, that was a nice run. He was able to step inside that tackle. Good thinking, fast thinking by him.
4th and 2 now from the 38-yard line.
Looks like they're going to call this 4-down territory.
Kind of in no man's land at this point. Too close to the end zone to punt and too far for a field goal.
You can't blame them. They've been, you know, when they just decide to plan go straight north with it, they've been okay. Man in motion.
McGleesick give to Kassoon. Kassoon up the middle.
He won't make this
Not
one.
making the 1st down. I don't think he even got much past the original line of scrimmage.
All
So
kind of Warrior defenders there in the neighborhood waiting on him.
Stacked up by a host of Warriors. Quamaine Watson, number 24, Keon Dangerfield also on the stop.
So here comes the Warriors out on offense, 3:44 left to go in the 1st quarter, and they're leading 13-0 here.
So it's turnover on downs from Wood. Steele brings his offense back out on the field. 2 lined up in a tight end. In motion is Lionel McConnell. He gets the handoff. He tries to cut to the left. Room on the right. He breaks free, trips over his own man, but in 1st down and into Bishop Watterson territory.
You see Lionel McConnell here on the sweep here, and he stops and goes north with it and runs out of a couple tackles, and unfortunately...
Tripped over his own man, number 56, Mashallah Corbett.
Mashallah Corbett, he's doing a good job for the Warriors at center this year, and to his credit, you know, he was able to just stay up out of the way just enough.
Steele gives to Davis. Davis carries
Protecting
it,
that
has
ball.
room out on the left side. One to beat. Can he win the foot race? No, he will be taken down inside the 10. Marcus Davis on a massive gain.
Marcus Davis, you know, he's cutting it loose, letting it all hang out. This is, again, he doesn't want this to be his last OHSAA ball game. And we see, again, solid blocking up front by the offensive line of the Warriors.
Ball spotted on the, looks like 8-yard line, or 7-yard line. First and goal from the 7.
Warriors got trips right, but I don't think
Give is to Davis, and he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage. Loss of about a yard, so second and goal from the 8.
The Warriors, you know, they got this thing clicking on all cylinders, as they say.
So actually a loss of 2, second and goal on the 9.
Okay, so again, they got trips right. I don't think they're going to throw. I think this is one where Steele tries to take it himself to the short side.
Steele keeps it, has a hole on the right side. Steele picks up about 4 yards, third and goal from the 5.
Steele able to muscle in there, get some positive yards. Looks like we see rain coming
Yes.
down out there. Yes, we do.
Quite a few umbrellas out here. So pick up a 5 on there, third and goal from the 4.
They're staying.
Steele keeps it, has
Steele.
room on the left side,
Gets outside
turns the
block.
corner, and Steele into the end zone, 4-yard carry.
Nice carry. Sean Steele maneuvered his position just enough so Marcus Davis could throw that block on the edge and get him into the goal line here. You see, and then Davis shoots up there and throws the block. That's right. Hammers him.
That is the 7th rushing touchdown for Sean Steele this season.
Sean Steele says, I may be wearing number 3, but I'm headed for the land of 6 on this one.
Maxime Shinda's kick is up, and it is good. So Warriors now up 20-0 here with 2:01 left in the first quarter. This is a perfect ISO, our friend Tony in the truck says. Jason Dudley, legendary follow of that field goal kick up. Except for one thing. One thing, Jason. Jacob, what didn't we see from Jason there? He didn't show us the referee signal.
Well, you know, Jason, he comes here, he gives us all. We need volunteers. He comes to volunteer.
Now, he did bring us a bunch of Panera Bread food today, so.
Oh, I didn't know that. Well, then why are you talking about him like... Yeah, that's right. You see on the replay.
So here's the touchdown
Steele,
replay.
I mean, that was pretty the way he set Davis up to throw that block for him. It was pretty.
So Maxime Shinda lines up another field goal, or another kickoff here.
Number 11, Alex Bosco, deep for the Eagles.
2:01 left to go.
So Shinda's kick high and straight. Picked up by Losco at the 18-yard line. Runs into the Warrior line at the 35-yard line. And Bishop Watterson Eagles take over 1st and 10 with 1:54 left in the first.
So here comes the Ward defense out on the field. Number 81, Alex Parker. Number 15, Jerron Cage. Number 20, Tyshawn Capel.
Number 45, Sam Lewis alongside McGleesick on the pass. That is complete to number 5, Tyler Bear. Bear has a little bit of room, picks up about 5 yards.
Jerron Cage makes a stop.
And we have a Warrior down. That is number 2, Chaz Lumpkin, and he is down at the 40-yard line.
You know, while we're on this official timeout, JP, I just want to give props to the spirit of the Warriors. You know, we know that the Warriors, at one time, they had a mascot, and that mascot they had back in 2009 was Chief Winton, otherwise known as Noah Musselman. Now, Noah Musselman, he probably has his driver's license by now. So now his spirit is replaced by the hydration hotties. These girls have been handling the hydration situation for the Warriors now. Some of them are seniors. Nami Lee, Nisi Sears, Precious Hassan, and Brianna Gist. These girls' cup runneth over for Coach Dre's Warriors. And I tell you a story. One day I was at practice, and Coach Dre, he kind of lost patience with the intensity of his players being displayed by some of the players, and he angrily called out to the sidelines, "Is there anyone over there who wants to hit somebody?" Do you know that all these girls raised up their hands and they moved toward the huddle? I was impressed. So come to these practices and you just learn the family feeling that and it started in August, like you said, and it may not be 85, 90 degrees out tonight, but these guys still need hydration.
Yeah. Hearing from the truck that looks like number 2, Christian Lumpkin, or Chaz Lumpkin, excuse me, player down. He was shaking his hands in fury as he was in pain, but maybe knees issues. So take a look on your screens here. The bottom right-hand side, you'll see Mr. number 2, Chaz Lumpkin. Yes, right there. Oh, actually, correction, that was number 24. My apologies, 24, Keon Dangerfield. His right leg looked like it was going away. It should not have been going. So pretty much a hyperextended leg here. And again, basically in the lower middle of your screen. That is an awful injury. So they're taking their time with him here on the field. Adam Shiplett, along with the rest of the Winton Woods coaching staff out there, taking their time to get him stabilized. So Keon Dangerfield again, right leg getting hyperextended around the knee. So we will pause here while they tend to Keon Dangerfield. We'll be back in just a second. Once again, Winton Woods up 20. The zip clock stopped for an injury timeout with 1:40 left in the first. We'll be back on the flip side.
Do you like what you see? Do you want to see more programs like this? Well, check out waycross.tv for this program and others like these.
Welcome back to Charlie Frederick Stadium here on the campus of Winton Woods High School. We've been sitting here for about 5 or 10 minutes. Keon Dangerfield, number 24, with a pretty gruesome injury to his right leg. Hyperextending it from the knee on down. They've got him up. They've got him on the stretcher. The Forest Park paramedics attending to him here. Teams are being given a few minutes to warm back up after this delay. It is a wretched cold night. First really cold night of the year, freeze warning, and wet, of course, raining. Pretty heavy rain looks like as I look up into the lights. So Keon Dangerfield, leg is stabilized, being pulled off the field. And Jacob, last game of the season, Keon Dangerfield, only a sophomore. Pretty big pillar of the defense though for Winton Woods.
Oh yeah, he's going to be missed, but not mourned. They could, like you say, the last game of the season, if you just got to get injured, you know, but he should be ready to go hopefully next year. Of course, we're not doctors. We don't know the exact extent of what it's going to end up being.
So, for anyone who's just joining us, let's take a quick look at this again, Jacob. It was a pretty big play for Bishop Watterson, but right there in the middle of your screen in the foreground, you see that lower right leg being bent the wrong way at the knee and immediately down in pain, Jacob.
Yeah, that's knee's not meant to bend in that direction that far, and I think I had something happen like that to me one time. It ended up Dr. Krimchek and the torn meniscus, so hopefully he doesn't have that to go on with him. These young people they'll heal, but it was tough to look at.
Yep. By the way, I'd like to remind you that while this is our last regular season game, Whitecross does always try to bring you what postseason coverage we can. But remember, the OHSAA has an agreement with Sportstime Ohio and Time Warner Cable Sports Channel for exclusive tournament coverage. If they elect to cover any tournament game, no other organization may do video play-by-play coverage. Likewise, if the home team in that part of the bracket is served by another access center, we defer to them to cover the game where possible. We do have great partnerships with our friend at the other access centers, including ICRC and Westchester Community Television, and we usually do try to share the footage for games we cover their schools, games that they cover of our schools. You know, Jacob, we love covering tournament games. I'm sure it's like no other. We do always try to bring you the coverage that these student athletes deserve, Jacob.
Well, this is like you say, this is our first year in a few years where by this time we didn't know pretty much what we were going to be doing, but there's still possibilities for Winton Woods, Northwest, and we just have to see what the big guys want to do with the availability. But whatever we can get, we'll be here to do, JP.
By the way, a couple score updates here as we get ready to play. We'll do those right after this play. Maglasic, back to pass. Nice little lateral pass out to number 47, Adam Kassoon. Kassoon picks up about 2 yards, taken down inbounds. LaSalle up 28-7 over Elder in the second quarter. Mount Healthy up 14-zip over Northwest in the second. Kings up 21-zip over Anderson in the second. Edgewood up over Harrison 3-zip in the second quarter over there. So maybe a little misfortune for some of the teams that are ahead of Winton Woods, but Winton Woods needs a lot of help in terms of the schools that they have beaten, winning.
Chaz Lumpkin on that last stop for the Warriors.
Puglisic gives up the middle to number 47, Kassoon. Bit of a shove off from number 77, Bishop Watterson player. Number 77, John Pierman.
Of course, you know, before the game when we talked to Coach Dan Bajelic, he indicated number 42, number 45, number 77 is tackle. He's got a verbal to Harvard.
Yep, Los and punt. Bishop Watterson is punting away. Kenny Mabry lets that punt again take a hop and bounce out of bounds at the 13-yard line. So Winton Woods takes over 1st and 10 from their own 13-yard line with 13.6 left in the first. Winton Woods up 20-zip.
Kenny Mabry again doing the right decision to let that ball hit and bounce out.
Fairfield beating Hamilton 7-0 right now. So no help from Hamilton there. Winton Woods, of course, having beaten Princeton, Hamilton, Indianapolis Bishop Chatard, Rockbridge out of Missouri, and that's it. So they need a lot of help from all of those teams in winning. Rockbridge regular season is actually over. Winton Woods up the middle, picking up maybe a yard, maybe two to give them a 2-yard pickup. So 2nd and 8 from the 15.
So that's going to be the end of the first quarter as it winds down to 0-0 JP. So as the teams exchange into the field here, I'm sure Lionel McConnell wants to stay hot, very hot in the first quarter of this game, and he doesn't want any type of break in the action.
So 20 zip after 1 quarter of play here in week 10. HSA varsity football. Once again, senior night here in Winton Woods. All the senior athletes for Winton Woods for all sports were recognized before the game. Do wish the best for everyone on their future endeavors for the seniors. Don't forget, we've got plenty of stuff coming up. Fall sports season pretty much so over. Winter sports coming up, concert season, Jacob. If you'd like to get involved, 825-2429. Check us out online at waycross.tv/volunteer. Definitely need your help with announcing some of the Northwest basketball games. Could use a help with perhaps some of the Winton Woods basketball games. You see a few of the Winton Woods supporters here. Jason Dudley, you can get closer to him.
That's the Warrior Nation pumping that spirit into these guys.
So with 12 minutes left, ready to start the second quarter, 2nd and 8 from the 15 for Winton Woods.
Looks like the Warriors playing like they want to keep the hammer down, JP.
Steele, line up in the gun. Pass out. Ball is incomplete. Intended receiver was number 10, Lionel McConnell.
There's a throws his ball, a sideways pass over there and a flat. McConnell can't come up with it because he had to dive a little bit for that one.
Yep. Of course, keeping the ball dry in this weather. The problem also just the cold with the fingers. If your gloves aren't keeping your hands and fingers quite as warm, Jacob, could be hard to handle the rock.
We'll see what they come up with. They got things spread out a little bit here, but
Steele, back to pass. Intended receiver is one of the coaching staff, but unfortunately he's out of bounds and not an eligible receiver.
It's like Kenny Mabry had one pattern in mind and Sean Steele had a different one in mind. Kenny Mabry looked like he was running a fly.
And Winton Woods setting up to punt. Number 12 coming on to punt, Jalen Lumpkin. And a pair back to receive for Bishop Watterson. Number 3, Teddy Walter.
This is where it looks like Bishop Watterson could end up with their best field position of the night, assuming they could have a successful reception of this kick.
Kicks up, and it is muffed. Ball is loose. But falling onto it is number 5, Tyler Bear.
Tyler Bear, that's another one that Coach Bajella gave praise to before the game.
First and 10, Watterson from the 46-yard line.
So 1st and 10, Watterson from their own 46-yard line. Wind shifting directions a little bit. Looks like it's out of the north. So Watterson heading into the wind here. 11:45 left, down by 20.
Comes the Warriors.
Yep. Give. And on the reverse is Bishop Watterson. He's got room on the left side. One to beat. Number 5, Tyler Bear has room. Misses a couple tackles. Gets a big first down inside the Warrior 30-yard line.
Jerome Rowland on the stop, picking up from where he left off last week. He run out of a tackle by Tyshawn Capel. Just kind of leaped it, but Rowland comes over there.
So 11:34 left. Clock stopped with the first down. Chains getting set. 1st and 10 for Watterson on their 29-yard line in Winton Woods territory.
So Watterson, that reverse gives the War defense something more to think about here.
Keeping it is McGleesick wrapped up at the line of scrimmage by a host of Warriors. Number 8, David Long on the stop. Also number 11, David Sparks.
Of course, David Long, this time next year, he'll be doing that thing for the West Virginia Mountaineers. Of course, tomorrow afternoon, we got a former Winton Woods Warrior that's going to be in the main game. When the Army plays their ball game, that's Aaron Kemper.
Yeah. Maglisic back to pass, decides to keep it. Ball knocked loose.
Picked up.
And that is picked up by Winton Woods. Loose again. Winton Woods on the recovery. It looks like ball is still loose. Winton Woods on their feet. This is kind of like that Cal Stanford game. Ball is being passed back and forth. No band on the field, though.
Number 29.
And Winton Woods on the turnover fumble recovery.
Number 29, John Trimble, finally able to come up with an advance it. Went revolving door between 3 or 4 other players' hands till he was able to secure it. And look at this. Rodney Kroom knocks it out. Dejanon Trimble recovered.
Janon Trimble on the recovery, which is number is 29. So number 29, Janon Trimble on that fumble recovery. 10:29 left. Winton Woods with the ball deep in Watterson territory. Inside the 30, Steele fakes the give. Hands off to Davis. Davis wrapped up in the backfield for a loss of a yard or two.
So the Warriors' first play after that fumble recovery doesn't net anything. All kind of Eagles there waiting for Davis on that one.
10 minutes left in the half. 2nd and 11 from the 29 or 28-yard line for Winton Woods. Steele drops back.
Looking to
Fakes,
throw deep.
keeps it, looks to right side, rolls it out, air it out. Intended for Lionel McConnell, out of bounds though.
That's going to be a 3rd and 11. That's where now you're in either 4 down territory. Looks like they've got a tailwind in their favor if they decide to bring out the foot.
It's trying to cross a little bit though.
So this is a fork in the road, to stick a fork in a moment here with 9:44 left to go in the half. The Warriors need to keep this football, JP.
Yep. Steele keeps it, slips, pitches out, but that's considered a fumble. Winton Woods looking like they've fallen on it, and yes, referee signaling 4th down, but a hefty loss.
Yeah, Steele's able to get in there and muscle his way over that ball. Fortunately for the Warriors, I guess he slipped when he made the plant to make the pitch.
Yep.
Nice coverage, yep.
9:18 and counting left. Winton Woods 4th and 16 from the 33-yard line.
So they're calling this 4 down territory. But they need to at least make sure they get a big chunk of this yardage back, because this is good field position if you don't get some of this back.
Steele drops back, pass, aired out, deep ball, picked off by Bishop Water, or knocked incomplete, almost picked off. That was thrown into a host of Eagles.
That was number 10, Lionel McConnell in the neighborhood, number 18, Kenny Mabry around there.
8:51 left. So turnover on downs there. Winton Woods unable to convert that fumble recovery. That was one of the wildest fumble recoveries I've seen. But it did kind of have shades of that Cal Stanford game, didn't it, Jacob? I did think there was a guy down before.
I'm not old enough to remember that Cal Stanford game, JP.
I watch it before every season just to kind of pump me up for the season.
Oh, you want to be able to make that call, huh?
Yes. Bishop Watterson up the middle, picking up about a yard or two. They'll mark him at just inside the 45-yard line. Maglisic on the carry.
So looks like this rain is going to hang around for a while.
Was supposed to turn over to snow at some point.
You say the polar vortex is about to make its way back into the picture?
Tony says if I say that S word that it ends with other letters than that other one, I'm going to be outside. So I'm going to have to look up synonyms for it.
Cinnamon for it?
And cinnamon, yes. Maglisic airs it out. That falls short. Couple Warriors hats in the area to try and pick that if they had a chance. Intended receiver looked like...
It's like number 29, Dejanon Trimble was closest one to that ball.
There is a flag on the play in the backfield. It's on Winton Woods.
Now this is where the
Looks like the referee. Oh, they're calling intent. That's roughing the passer, I believe that. So roughing the passer was the call. So that will be a first down on the midfield line.
JP, this is where you got to be careful if you're the Warriors on defense, because these guys can lull you to sleep, and you give them a big penalty in between some of these plays, and next thing you know, they're in the red zone.
Maglisick gives to number 5, Tyler Bear. Bear runs the right-hand side, picks up about 5 yards. Actually, no, strike that, about 8 yards. They'll mark him in Winton Woods territory at the 42-yard line. 2nd and 2 coming up.
Tyler Bear almost ready to bust that one loose. Fortunately, one of the Warriors able to reach out and put the stops to him there. Otherwise, so here the Eagles break the huddle. Looking like Boston College a little bit. It's all stuffed up in the middle. Maglisick, you're not going to get anywhere. Not with these guys around you.
Loss of a yard on that play. Bring up 3rd and 3. Ball marked on the 43-yard line with 7 minutes left. Bishop Watterson Eagles with the ball in Winton Woods territory, trying to make it to the end zone for the first time this game. Winton Woods Warriors have shut out opponents 25 times in the brief history of Winton Woods.
You know, looking at David Long from the back, you can see that West Virginia on his little back pads. Oh my
goodness. Warriors jumping off sides. So some encroachment from the defense.
So again, you give them a cheap first down.
So it'll be a first down on that. And first down, Bishop Watterson.
You know, JP, Watterson over on the other side of the field, you know, they got respectable fans.
Yeah,
they
just up the road in Columbus.
Yeah, they brought the cheerleaders with them, and, you know, giving a good account of themselves here in the last game of the season.
Give up the middle, has room, picks up about 5 yards. Rolling forward, number 45 there, Sam Lewis.
David Sparks and Clemaine Watson on the stop there for the Warriors.
Lewis getting some yards after contact. 6 minutes left, halfway through the second period. 2nd and 5 on the 33-yard line.
2nd and 4 here, so this is where somebody on defense wants to make a play.
Give to number 47, Adam Kassoon. Kassoon wrapped up in the backfield, 2-yard loss.
Who's that on the stop?
Kassoon, as Tony says in the truck.
Number 6.
He thinks he's funny, Jake.
Jerome Rowland.
5:26 and counting remaining. 3rd and 6 for Watterson.
This is where you want to
look at that precipitation, Jacob. I only say precipitation because I'm not sure whether it's only rain or starting to mix over to some wintry flavors. Pitch out to Kassoon. Kassoon wrapped up in, still inside first down territory. So it'll be 4th and 5.
So David Long on the tackle for the Warriors. You know, JP, this rain, you know, it's going to make these trick-or-treaters a little bit soggy.
It's after 8 o'clock. They're done.
Oh, it's after 8 o'clock?
Yeah. It's almost 8:30 if you were with us here on the 31st, which you're not because this game will not air on October 31st, 2014. It'll air at midnight tonight. But it's about 8:26 on the last day of October.
Quarterback
Maglisic
draw.
keeps it, has room, turns the corner.
Ball's
Ball is
out.
loose.
Picked up
Winwood's
by the
on the
Warriors.
recovery. That is number 1, Christian Lumpkin. No, they're marking him down before the ball came loose. And that was the correct call per our men in the truck. And there is a flag in.
No, that ball was out.
Holding on Bishop Watterson. And it is declined. So it is Wintonwood's ball.
Okay.
I thought I saw an official signal where the ball was. Actually, I was mistaken. They were signaling stop the clock where Wintonwood's had received.
Yeah, that ball's out. But either way, the Warriors were going to get the ball.
Knocked out by Jerome Rowland there, Jacob.
Jerome Rowland, I'm telling you, late in the season here, he's got his thing kicked into gear. Senior.
So 4:10 left. Wintonwood's ball. First and 10 on the 17. Steele has room, breaks a tackle on his feet, finally wrapped up by the defensive secondary. First down inside, still inside the 35-yard line.
Steele, you know, he's muscling straight north with that ball. And no hesitation, no indecision. 3:57 left to go in the half.
Steele and Davis in the backfield, the familiar lineup for Wintonwood's this season. Give is to Davis. Davis has a hole. He's out past the secondary. Gets the block he needs. One chasing for Watterson.
Decision.
He stays on his feet. Breaks the tackle. Marcus Davis takes it to the house. 66-yard carry.
Marcus Davis threaded his way through those blocks. And next thing you know, he's standing on the corner of 145th Street and 7th Avenue. Runs right out of that would-be tackle. Kenny Mabry up there. Escorted him to the promised land. Jukes number 5 out of his shoes. And again, MD, MOTD.
38 seconds on the drive. Kick is up low.
But it's good.
No good. I think it actually was off of someone in the special teams line. So second missed kick of the game for Maxime Shinda. 3:32 left. Wintonwood's up 26-0.
So the Warriors here we see to give to Davis. He protects that ball, and then once he gets to the front line, he's got that in position to hammer down there. You know, just another trip through Radar Valley. Look at that cut on number 5. Number 12, he gets the same thing. And he didn't even have to stiff arm anybody.
If you looked at the rain and the stadium lights, Jacob, you'd think we were in Malaysia with a monsoon going on right now. Hey, Dudley, listen to me. That is heavy precipitation.
Well, this reminds us of the very first week of the 14 campaign. We sat up here
for about an hour and a half.
Much more than this. A wintry mix.
I don't know. I can't confirm if there's anything of the wintry type in that.
So Max Shinda about ready to step off into this ball. 3:32 left to go in the half.
Yep.
26-0 Warriors on top.
Ball picked up at the 23-yard line by number 42 for Bishop Watterson, which is Jack Haley.
Number 33 on the stop for the Warriors that time. I don't have a number. I guess that wasn't.
First and 10 for Bishop Watterson from their own 31-yard line with 3:27 left in the half. Both teams will enjoy the 15 or 20 minutes they'll get in the locker room to warm up before coming back out into the freezer. Maglisic, back to pass. It is complete. No, dropped. Intended receiver number 40, Hunter Spencer, dropping it.
Clock stops at 3:22, 2nd and 10.
So 2nd and 10 from the 31. Clock stopped with 3:22 left. What was high school marching band lining up here on the sideline, getting ready for a halftime show. A few of them in costume. I'm guessing the seniors were allowed to be in costume, or anyone who may have so desired to do so. I see a banana down there. Maglisic gives up middle, no gain. Maybe a yard loss on that.
Quamaine Watson and Alex Parker on the stop for the Warriors. 3:05 left to go in the half. I don't know how much more this will do at halftime, but field's in pretty good shape. Of course, turf field.
Yep, artificial field, so just gets a little slippery when wet. 3rd and 12 for Watterson, 2:40 left. Maglisic, back, pass. It is just beyond the fingertips. Number 5, Tyler Bear.
Number 2, Chaz Lumpkin on the coverage for the Warriors.
So 4th and 12. Hands team on the field for Winton Woods. Punt team out for Watterson. Number 28 for Bishop Watterson, Michael Harper back to kick. Number 12 for Winton Woods back to receive.
For Lionel McConnell to pick up where he left. Oh, that snap, he's lucky.
Bad snap, does get the punt off. It's a very short punt. Winton Woods will have good field position. They'll start 1st and 10 inside the Bishop Watterson 40-yard line.
That young man's pretty nimble to come up with that and still get it off.
Bad snap. Took a hop, nearly able to catch it on the hop. Lucky to get that off.
Number 28, Michael Harper, senior.
Yes. Oh, and big kudos for Jalen Lumpkin here. Look at this, Jacob. So close to a roughing the kicker call.
Well, they were good to avoid that.
So 2:24 left. 26-0.
You didn't.
Steele gives to Christian Lumpkin. Christian Lumpkin with the ball left side. He'll run the left sideline, taken out of bounds, just outside the 25-yard line. They'll mark him down at the 27. It is pouring buckets, Jacob.
Yep, and unfortunately, don't need it for no corn harvest anywhere. It's just getting in the way now. All it's going to do is make a pile of leaves wet in the apex of some curve.
Hey, as long as there's no flash in the sky or no boom from such flash, they'll play. I'd rather have heavy rain and just heavy rain. Steele giving to number 25, Terrence Smith.
Terrence Smith running east and west, and when he should have put his foot down and went up north with it.
Number 12 on the stop for Bishop Watterson, Stephen Marcus.
.144 left to go in the half.
Clock is running. 26 zip in favor of Winton Woods. Steele gives up the middle. Maybe a yard gain on the play to the 25-yard line. Christian Lumpkin on the carry for the Warriors. So timeout Winton Woods. The first timeout of the game, as a matter of fact. First for Winton Woods, taken with 1:19 left.
So 119 now, I mean, they want to make sure they do something here, make good use of the rest of this time before halftime. And there's no reason why they can't plant another score on that board.
And if they get another score, that makes the deficit 30 or greater, which means the second half would start with a running clock. We saw that in the first game of the season, Jacob.
Yeah. Haven't seen it since.
No, we haven't seen it. A lot of, one of the Coleraine games, I'm sure. Yeah, the Coleraine-Princeton game. I do have a halftime update out of the LaSalle Elder game. LaSalle 35, Elder 14. LaSalle on path to beat 2 of the other 3 GCL schools.
That's all right. They can't get happy until mission's accomplished.
Steele nearly slipping on that. He's back, thinks about it, pass, deep, out of the back of the end zone, and big hit for Chris Allen on to the support coming up from the ground. Running right into it, Jacob.
You're going to call timeout and attend to this young man. You know, that's the old post pattern before the goal post went back there.
Yep. He's taken his helmet off. So number 7, Chris Allen, down here in the end zone. Pass quite long. And this could be, not sure what happened. That would definitely be a concussible impact if he hit hard enough.
Of course, so and we're not doctors, but to me, it looks like something he may be able to shake off.
Yeah.
Because here he is, he's up now. Yeah.
So Chris Allen up. He'll have to sit out for at least a play. The trainers on the sideline will, I'm sure, check him out to make sure he's showing no signs of concussion.
That was just a shock or a sudden stop, you know.
Yeah. So 4th and 9 for Winton Woods from the Watterson 30-yard line. No, 25-yard line should be. Scoreboard's got the 30. It's on the 25-yard line. You're hearing in the microphones we've got on the field the rain hitting that surface, hitting the bags that Tony Suarez being smart and bagging the microphones this time so they don't become waterlogged. Steele drops back. Under pressure. Pass is almost complete to Marcus Davis. Davis had it in his hands, couldn't clamp on it. That'll be a turnover on downs.
Marcus Davis had in his hands there, and then visions of sugar plums got in the way, and unfortunately he let it go. Because he would have probably stiff-armed that defender that was next to him. Yeah, see,
had a bit of room out in the flat.
Plum.
So 1st and 10 for Bishop Watterson from their own 25-yard line with 66 seconds remaining in the first half. Maglisic keeps it, has room on the right-hand side, looks to turn the corner, has Christian Lumpkin to beat. He does. Lumpkin wraps him up at the 46-yard line. First down, Watterson.
This guy Maglisic, it's like Coach Bajilic said, you can see he's got a lot of heart. You know, decent speed.
And penalty marker on the field on Winton Woods.
You'll see guys running by Quamaine Watson like that all the time.
Personal foul on Winton Woods.
See, this is where the Warriors, they have to keep cashing in. They can't come down here coming up empty.
So that will be 15 yards from the. So they're Watterson in Winton Woods territory on the Warrior 39-yard line.
What do you say? Pick 6 now, JP?
I don't know about that. Maglisic gives up the middle. One to beat. That is number 47, Adam Kassoon on the carry. He'll pick up about 4 yards. They'll spot him at the 35-yard line.
Kassoon just doesn't have anything to do but bounce it outside. Capel, nice stop.
Bishop Watterson taking their first time out of the half with 41.9 seconds left. Watterson looking to try and put some points on the board before halftime. Winton Woods has shut out 25 opponents in their history. Bishop Watterson being the most recent last year. beating them 17-zip. Ninth meeting between the teams. Again, as I said earlier, even in wins for each. Both teams with 4 wins. First meeting was in 1993 between these teams, Jacob. Winton Woods losing in the first 3 meetings. 93, 28-14. Losing in 94, 24-7. 2008, they met up again for the 3rd time. Winton Woods losing that one, 28-13. Winton Woods won in overtime in 2009 against Bishop Watterson, 19-13. 2010, Winton Woods winning 23-14. Most recent, Winton Woods lost to Bishop Watterson, 2011, 31-28.
Second down and 6.
So 26-zip in favor of Winton Woods, 41.9 seconds left. Maglisic has room, throws it away, being chased by the Winton Woods defense in the offensive backfield.
Yeah, well, Winton Woods and Bishop Watterson have recent state championships in their history, and I'm sure they're eager to go back at some point.
3rd and 6 for the Eagles.
It's like the rain is lightening up a little bit.
Allegedly, Maglisic. Pump fake. Pass is
Nice defense.
blocked. Chaz Lumpkin on the stop.
That was good defense by Chaz Lumpkin because the play was well conceived and they executed it, but he was there.
Yep.
No kind of penalty. No, he had.
Intended receiver Tyler Bear.
That was Sunday afternoon defense right there.
So 29.9 seconds, which technically means 30 because we haven't even completed the. We have an umbrella in the way of the clock camera. Maglisic has room. He beats tackles out of that pocket defense. Maglisic on his feet. Runs out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
20 seconds left to go. If you let these guys score this close to halftime, it's going to give them some mo.
Momentum? Okay, momentum. That's what I thought. I just wanted to clarify.
You know, he runs by David Long like that. You don't see that happening.
So 20 seconds remaining in the first half. Maglisic under pressure, sacked in the backfield. On that pressure, David Long.
Yeah.
I guess making up for that.
David Long says, you know, I don't need this in my house, Maglisic.
And Watterson taking their 2nd timeout. Look at this, Jacob.
Yeah, he just crashed a party on the Eagles that time.
Came in on him like a laser.
You need to move your car now. There are 3 cars parked in the emergency parking lanes. You need to move the cars now.
So, so 14.3 seconds left. Watterson taking their 2nd timeout of the half. Jacob, what do you think is going to go on in the locker rooms at halftime?
Well, I think in the Winton Woods locker room, he's Coach Dre, you know, he knows he's got these guys clicking on all cylinders, and he probably wants more of the same. I mean, he probably don't like to see the injuries that have happened to this point. And, you know, Watterson, you know, Coach Majellic, like he said, these guys play with a lot of heart. And this guy, oh, they didn't hurt him, and they got another quarterback in now.
Yep, number 12 in, that is Stephen Marcos.
That ball.
That is passed.
Caught.
And
Touchdown.
it is caught. Touchdown. Bishop Watterson, number 5, looks like Tyler Bear.
Well, who's this guy? Number 12, Stephen Marcos, 6'2", 185-pound junior quarterback. Comes in there and just throws that ball up, and nice concentration, nice catch. And
actually, that was the pass to number 6, Sam Maglisic, the quarterback, receiving the pass from his backup.
Oh, okay. Well, this Maglisic can beat you in a lot of ways then. Kick is up.
Kick is up, and it is good from number 28, Michael Harper. So Bishop Watterson saving from the shutout, 26-7 with 8.4 seconds left.
Spoke too soon about the shutouts, JP, but now we just got to make sure this guy can throw that ball. They might have found something here for the second half. And, you know, the past couple weeks, teams have been scoring like that on Winton Woods. You know, throwing deep balls on them.
26-7, Winton Woods. Set to receive a kickoff. Bishop Watterson kicking into a fairly stiff wind as the rain continues to sheet down, being blown by the wind. Setting up, looks like setting them on a hash. May they try an onside, Jacob?
No. I mean, it'd just be a waste of time. I mean,
Number 28, Michael Harper to kick off for Watterson.
you know, they're getting the ball in the second half. Didn't they defer?
Yeah. Up gives a deep kick. That is dropped. Ball is loose.
Covered by Watterson.
And Watterson on the recovery. So again, a muffed catch, giving a turnover and some good field position.
So it looks like it's going to be a hail to the chief pass to defend here.
6.5
this guy,
left.
big number 12, he can throw that ball.
3-yard line, 1st and 10.
So 1st and 10 for Watterson on the Warriors' 33-yard line. Chance to try and put up another score.
Stephen Marcos, he's going to be in there at QB for the Eagles.
Marcos drops back, keeps it,
He's going to be
and handled and taken down, and time will expire. So after one half of play, Winton Woods Warriors up 26-7 over the Bishop Watterson Eagles on a cold and rainy senior night. Stay with us, everyone. We'll be back for second half action after the band. Senior night for the band. Stay with us here on Waycross Community Media. Well, and Watterson actually, okay, talk about a premature fail to break, Jacob. Watterson calling a timeout apparently just before time expired.
They must have just got a Halloween timeout. So where'd they get that timeout from?
I don't know.
Chris Webber give them that timeout?
They had the one left. They may have called it fairly quickly. I didn't see the signal, so faked all of us out.
Yeah, because I don't see the duration of that play. Seems like it would have ate up that 6 seconds.
Yeah.
But again, they know they're going to have to
They're going to set
defend.
1 second on the clock.
This is where we need David Long to bust in there and repeat what he did a couple plays ago, because I don't like the sound of this guy throwing this ball, because he can get it down the field here, JP.
Yep.
Second down.
So second down for Watterson on the 33-yard line.
Here they come after him. Uh-oh, he
Marcus
jumps out
on
of the
his
tackle.
feet. Taken down by Kwame Watson, looks like, out of bounds. So finally, after one half of play, Winton Woods Warriors up 26-7. Band will be on the field for some senior night activities. Stay with us here on Waycross Community Media.
I began producing and volunteering for Waycross when I was in the 7th grade. Since then, I have produced many programs that have won awards on the local, regional, and even national level.
Waycross Media was the ideal place for me. I just got involved in, as I say, as a hobby and continued on from there.
Anyone with a message that they want to share should come to Waycross, take the classes, and produce their own television show.
Steroids can really damage your body. They can cause tendons to tear and bones to stop growing, damage kidneys, destroy the liver, even cause heart attacks and strokes. Not to mention something else they can do to a guy's body. Find out more about the dangers of using steroids. Visit drugfree.org.
The Ohio High School Athletic Association is about sports, that's obvious. But it's more than just a competition. What we're really about is learning. Young men and young women stretching themselves in pursuit of the ideals that will guide them for a lifetime. It is an important mission, and we share it with schools, families, and communities. As Commissioner of the Ohio High School Athletic Association, I look forward to working with you to help our young people build their futures.
Continue with another song from their freshman year, the I-Band Show. Everyone was dancing to this song. Here is the Cupid Shuffle. Junior year, one of Rafael Hernandez's most popular Puerto Rican hits, the drumline kicks us off with this exciting tune. We hope you enjoy the energy of this high-intensity piece Here is El Comanchero. We would now like to recognize our seniors. The senior class is full of many talented young men and women. They are the future of our world. We wish them nothing but the best in all they strive for in life. We are very proud that they have stayed in band, and we hope that they can come back for alumni band. Our first senior, Kevin Austin, escorted by parents Kevin and Kimberly Austin with sister Camille. Jared Biesendorfer, father and stepmother Ted Biesendorfer and Jan Wild's mother Reese Beasley. Deshauna Bradley, mother Andrea Bradley and father John Voigt, and sisters Evie and Courtney. Ty J. Capel, parents Tyrone and Kathy Capel. Dana Dawson, parents David and Linda Dawson with sister and brother-in-law Melissa and David Clark, nephew Iden. Sarai Dean, parents Richard and Sheila Dean. Tiffany Duchette, grandparents Don and Judy Beaver, mother Jennifer Walker, and an uncle David and Wendy Beaver. Jasmine Edwards, parents William and Yvette Edwards, sister Jada, and brother Jordan. Anthony Garrison, parents Ryan and Melanie Garrison, grandmother Jackie Feltner. Joshua Hall, mother Faye Dockery and grandmother Emily Hall. Lauren Harvey, mother Sharon Harvey and sister Leslie. Kendra Jackson. Parents Marcus and Bev Jackson. Adrian Jones, mother and stepfather Alfonso and Christina Farmer, and his siblings. Joshua Carobo and Justin Carobo, escorted by their father Godfrey Carobo. Jackson Kramer, parents Tom and Missy Kramer. Monique Madras, mother Chiquita Cosby. Alan Perry, Uncle and Aunt Sean and Megan Getler. Kiera Ramsey, parents Derek and Yvonne Ramsey, grandmothers Juanita Ramsey and Regina Wheeler, DJ Raven, and boyfriend Anthony Perry. Jesse Rengers, parents John and Michelle Rengers. Alexis Ross, parents Leotis and Sharon Ross. Eduardo Santiago, parents Orlando and Myra Santiago. Morgan Stroop, parents Greg and Heather Stroop with sister Alex. Chantel Thompson, parents Michael and Gia Thompson, sisters Azia and Rashia, cousins Gianni and Latif. Jelani Vaughn, parents Irvin Vaughn and Lear Jackson. Jada Wakefield, father Jermaine Wakefield and sister Yanni with cousin Brittany. Thank you, seniors, for all you have done and all that you will do to make your senior year something special to remember. You will be missed. Now, seniors, hug your parents, and let's finish the show. The Winton Woods High School Color Guard is led by Captain Zoria Gordon and co-captain Whitney McKenzie. The Color Guard advisor and choreographer is Mrs. Carol Becky Youngs. The band executive council consists of seniors Chantel Thompson, Jerome Koshua, Dean, and Kieri Ramsey. The band is conducted on the field by drum majors Lauren Harvey, Jasmine Edwards, and
10 football. The Winton Woods Warriors hosting the Bishop Watterson Eagles. Winton Woods up 26-7 after halftime, and pretty much, Jacob, it was all Winton Woods that first half.
That's the way it looks. Time of possession on the clock favored the Eagles. 15 minutes, 39 seconds. 8 minutes and 21 seconds for the Warriors. However, the actual stats show that the Warriors racked up 319 yards on 27 plays, while the Eagles come in with 34 plays for 125 yards. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, you.
I see where Marcus Davis had 8 carries for 131 yards, averaging 16.4 yards a carry. And Lionel McConnell, 1 ball, 1 catch, 88 yards and a touchdown.
Some other scores that are of importance. LaSalle up in the third quarter, 35-21 over Elder. Mount Healthy routing Northwest 27-6 in the third quarter. Middletown up 28-zip over Princeton at halftime. Fairfield 17-0 over Hamilton at halftime there. So Winton Woods not getting any help from any of their defeated opponents. Harrison is up 28-8 over Edgewood in the fourth. Division II Loveland is trailing to Milford 17-10. So that may end up helping Winton Woods. So Bishop Watterson won the opening coin toss. They deferred to the second half, and they will receive the opening kickoff. Wind is still blowing heavily. Maxine Shimda will be kicking into the wind. And the rain is coming down in buckets.
Look at that wind knock that kick down, JP. But wait a minute, the Warriors are on it.
Yes.
That was touched by the Eagles.
Touched by the Eagles, and is that number 25? It looked like Terrence Smith coming up with the catch.
Yeah.
Right off the shoulder, it looked like.
Winton Woods has recovered at the 31-yard line. First and 10, Warriors.
That's the way to go to open up the second half, then, Warriors.
First and 10 for Winton Woods from the Watterson 31-yard line.
So we got Steele back there, Marcus Davis with him. And he's keeping, Steele's going to keep
Steele
it.
keeps it. No gain, actually a loss of 2. He'll be taken down into the offensive backfield, loss of about 2. Second and 12 from the 33 coming up.
So you probably have the Warriors looking to run clock here. This 19-point lead. Looks like they're going on no huddle here.
Steele and Davis. Christian Lumpkin outright. Steele looks left, hits Christian Lumpkin. Lumpkin bobbles it, but is called incomplete.
Smart play on Lumpkin's part to pick that ball right up. Not taking any chances of mayhem happening when an Eagle jumps on that ball. I could forgive him for not hanging on to that, but I couldn't forgive him if he just let that ball dangle for someone to grab.
It was called incomplete by the officials, so it was up 26-7.
Third and 12.
Third and 12 from the 33 now.
And 12 is 4 down territory, but they need to get a chunk of it right here.
Steele gives to Davis. Davis has a hole. He'll pick up about 3 yards past the original line of scrimmage into the inside the 30-yard line. Looks like the refs will spot him at the 28-yard line, so a pickup of 5 on that. It'll bring up 4th and about 7.
It's like number 45, Sam Lewis, 6'1", 210-pound junior on this stop.
4th and 7 from the 28-yard line.
Kenny Mabry lined up on the near side along with Terrence Smith. Steele back to pass, pump fake. He airs it out, it is incomplete. Intended possibly for Marcus Davis. So a turnover on downs. Watterson ball.
And they're fortunate that that ball fell harmlessly incomplete because there was an Eagle defender in the neighborhood of where the ball could have very well went to him. Steele's going to have to be careful when he tries to throw that ball away. We don't need no pick six or any kind of interception in good field position now. So here come the Eagles breaking the huddle here.
Looks like we got Mr. number 12, Stephen Marcos in again at quarterback. Around the corner to the right-hand side, taken down, pick up of about a yard or two.
That's Sam McGlissick again.
Tim McGlissick.
Yeah, so I guess Watterson figures out that by using this guy, Stephen Marcos, as the quarterback, they got almost like a slash situation where they got two good athletes out there on the field together.
And we were just talking with the Watterson stats guy at halftime. And he was saying that he was thinking that that would have been a correct call all along to move McGlissick.
You don't want to get this Watterson stats guy in trouble with the head man now. Second guessing his...
Well,
there's a fumble, the ball's out,
it's
it's
loose
just
on
rolling.
the floor. Looks like Watterson on the recovery. Busted handoff.
Recovered by
He never had it.
He never even
Marcos
had the
never
snap.
had.
Watterson, very fortunate that ball didn't somehow continue going north on
Looked
that.
like he got his own recovery.
You know, the Watterson...
Warriors jumping up and down and chanting on the sideline here. I wonder if that's a way to try and keep them warm.
We're just trying to get some spirit instilled in these guys. I think these Warriors want to get this clock to where it's running all the time here.
Marcos keeps it. Tries to go forward, nothing. Taken down by number 92 for Winton Woods.
Rodney Kroom.
Rodney Kroom.
It's good to see the tackles Rodney Kroom is making. He'll be back next year. 4th and 7. We're going to have to punt. You know, JP, speaking of the Watterson stats guy, he did tell me at halftime that Watterson Eagles have been state champs 4 times in the past. 2002, 2010.
Yep. Another bad snap on the punt. Does get off just in time. Mabry waves it off. Takes a huge Watterson bounce and will be deep in Wintonwood's territory. Wintonwoods takes over. 1st and 10 from their own 3. Huge tailwind. The American flag, Old Glory in the south end zone, is pretty much so straight out from north to south. You see that punt. It's in the...
That's like when you reminds you the old days when I was driving truck. First thing you do when you get on the interstate is look, find a flag, and see which way it's blowing.
You can kind of see Old Glory. That is straight out.
That's the way it was blowing when Francis Scott Key wrote that song about it. Flapping in the breeze. So Warriors offense going to have to move out of shallower end zone here.
Give is to Davis. Davis rolls around, gets outside of the 5-yard line. Has to do a couple spins to get out of the way. He'll pick up on about 5-yard line. They'll mark him at the 8-yard line.
Here you see on the replay, Davis going in there with bad intentions. Number 42 steps in the hole, he spins and twists around him, and then he twists around his tackle attempt by number 15, does the moonwalk for about 5-yard gain.
Let's go, Warriors!
Woods up the middle and out into the open. Winton Woods, that is Marcus Davis, taken down by a shoestring tackle by number 3, Teddy Walter.
Number 3, Teddy Walter on the tackle, and he comes up holding his left shoulder a little bit ginger, but here we see, nice block, cleared it right out. Marcus Davis, not used to seeing that wide open field, but he'll definitely take it.
So Winton Woods out of their own territory into Watterson territory. 1st and 10 on the Watterson 39-yard line. 7:23 left in the 3rd.
Trips right.
Give is to Davis again. Davis has a hole. He'll pick up about 5 yards. They'll spot him at the 35-yard line, bring him 2nd and 6.
Yeah, it looks to me this coming August, the Winton Woods Warriors will have a nice bunch of guys returning, plus to go with the talent we saw a couple weeks ago in their 7th and 8th grade game. Eventually, they will find their way to the varsity.
2nd and 6 from the 35.
Looking to
Steal
throw, he's got Terrence
in the
Smith
flat
throwing
to
a block for
Christian
him.
Lumpkin. Lumpkin has room on the sideline, dances out of bounds at the 20-yard line.
See number 25, Terrence Smith goes over there and sets the edge with a nice block for him there.
One of the nearest weather reporting sites, the 8:53 observation, Jacob. Temperature 40 degrees. Wind out of the northwest at 9, gusting to 18. Feels like 34 degrees.
Well, you know, this is what they call the gales of November.
It's not November yet, Jacob.
What do you think it is? It's going to be November by the time you get home tonight, JP.
I don't know. Ball is knocked loose, and Watterson almost able to pick up, and they do. And recovery by number 6, Sam Maglisic.
Fumbles recovered by number 65, Chase Towns.
We've got Chase Town on his recovery. Again, another fumble that turns into an adventure to some degree.
I only could see the 6 when he finally got up. Was number 65. My apologies, Chris Carter. So Watterson ball, 6:25 left. Watterson with the wind at their backs.
Will they be able to take
Maglisic
advantage?
back in, a quarterback under pressure, breaks out of the pocket, and he has room on the right side, turns to the left. He is taken down by Chaz Lumpkin in the secondary. First down, Watterson.
Nice run by Watterson, makes up his mind that he's going to take what he can get. And out there in the open field, you know, he can slash and dance with him. Look at that.
Ball spotted on the 44-yard line. Watterson once again in Winton Woods territory. 6 minutes and counting left in the third period.
Where defense is going to have to stiffen up. There's
Give is to number 5, Tyler Bear. Bear has room. He's on his feet. He's got the block he needs. Will he get to the house? And no, taken down just inside the 5. First and goal, Bishop Watterson.
Number 20 on the stop, Tyshawn Capel.
My apologies, number 6.
Number 5, Tyler Bear.
Keeping it.
Stop made by number 20, Tyshawn Capel.
I'll tell you, I saw Mr. Sean Capel a couple weeks ago.
From the 4-yard line.
Capel, he had that boot on his ankle a couple weeks ago, but he's doing a fine job. Heal fast.
And a correction on that last carry, it was number 6, Sam Maglisic.
It's like the word defense is waiting that time, and they got it stacked up, so 2nd and 3, they can actually get a first down, so.
Tackle made by number 34, Watson.
No, there's no first down. This is 2nd and goal.
Yes.
Second and goal.
Second and goal on the 3-yard line now.
So this will be the Eagles' chance to show some muscle on old line here.
Maglisic keeps it. Up and into the end zone. Maglisic, 3-yard carry. Watterson putting 6 more on the board.
Watterson Eagles coming roaring back here. 4:32 left to go in the third quarter here. And, you know, you give these guys a short field and they show good muscle for a straight ahead play. Jerome Rowland on the stop, but a little too late.
John getting a ball point in position.
got number 2, Chaz Lumpkin, coming off the field.
Looks like we have some officials.
Kind of holding his bell rung, maybe a little bell rung situation, I'm not sure. Looks like number 30 runs in there to replace him, Chris Sanders.
So Watterson trying for the 2-point conversion here. Magnuson gives up to number 45, Sam Lewis on the conversion.
Sam Lewis, like there was nothing holding him back. So here we go. 4:32 left to go in the third quarter with the Winton Warriors on top by a score of 26 to the Eagles 15.
And here's the touchdown again, Jacob.
Like again, we see this is where you don't want these guys to have a short field because they've just demonstrated that they can throw crisp blocks in a closed space. And I personally, this guy, number 6, Magnuson, he looks like he's going to be a handful now that these guys look like they got a fighting chance. What's those papers blowing out on the field, JP? That's like the Bengals played the Browns that year and their plays blew across the field. Remember
There could be some debris from the concession stand.
Doesn't look like there's any activity happening in the funnel cake stand over there tonight, JP.
A little bit. Hot chocolate sales, I'm sure, are going pretty well. Just make sure, Jacob, if you go to the concession stand to get a hot chocolate during the game, pay attention to the game and don't tell me you're more interested in the hot chocolate.
I don't drink hot chocolate.
Okay, that's good.
We'll have to have them bring us some funnel cake up here.
That would be delicious. Michael Harper back to kick. And that will be a touchback. Wind at the back. So Wintonwood's 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line.
So on offense, JP Winwood's going to have to come out here and own this clock and move these chains for a while.
4:32 left in the third.
You know, speaking of moving chains, you know, we got to give props to the Wintonwood's Warriors chain gang, and they've been holding it down all year. We got Stephon Rogers Sr., Joe Lawrence, Ronald Wilson, Paul Day, and Barry Day.
Steele gives to Davis. Davis up the middle, picks up about a yard. 2nd and 9 from the 21 up. 21.
It's like the Eagles are starting to get enthused about their chances here with 4:17 left to go in the third here.
Steele gives to Davis again. Davis has room, gets contact, picks up 3 yards to the 24-yard line.
So now the Warrior offense is going to have to turn a couple pages, give these guys something they haven't seen so far tonight.
3rd and 6.
With the 11-point lead, they may be content to let the clock run as much as possible. 3rd and 6.
The only way that can work is if the chains are moving too.
Steele, pass in the flat to Christian Lumpkin. He drops it.
They got to quit those Bernie Kosar passes. I'm telling you, just throw the ball if you're going to throw it. That's
So
what I'm saying.
pass.
There's too many, like Woody Hayes says, when you throw the ball, 3 things can happen and 2 of them are bad. Well, when you throw the ball like that, then sideways and backward passes, 2.5 things are bad.
Loss of 9 on the play, bring up 4th and 15. Going to punt for Winton Woods. Number 12, Jalen Lumpkin.
Timeout called by Winton Woods.
Winton Woods taking their first timeout with 3:20 left. Clock continues to run. Scoreboard operator finally hitting the stop button. 4 or 5 seconds running off the clock since.
Well, JP with 3:16 left to go here in the third quarter. At this time, I would just like to give my respectful, sincere condolences to the Leslie Isaiah Gaines family. Over the years, they've been stalwart in Cincinnati, maintaining good legal defense. His first wife, Judge Deborah D. Gaines, personally handled situations for me and his young oldest daughter, Debbie Gaines. I enjoyed teaching how to drive years ago. I used to see Leslie Isaiah at the Bengals games a lot of times on Sunday in the old Riverfront Stadium. You old enough to remember the old Riverfront?
Yes. Was there plenty of times in my younger years? So Winwood's back to punt, bit of a low snap. And again, being killed straight at the top of its arc.
See, this is...
And Watterson in great field position. That ball will be stopped inside the Winton Woods 25-yard line. 1st and 10 Watterson from the 23-yard line.
This is where the Warriors are going to have to see to it that they get on board or, change the Mo in this game. This Mo is creeping like that hot lava flow.
Yeah,
steadily.
Consuming.
Yep. That's a volcanic struggle over there in Hawaii, right,
Yes, it is.
There
And we've got one of the signs on the north end zone toppled over and just sitting outside the end zone.
Man in motion. Straight
Tough
drop.
Maglasick airs it out. Too much on it.
Yeah,
Wind carrying it well over the end line. 3:02 left.
So it looks like they're lucky that win. This guy can't. I think that guy number 12, he needs to be the one throwing that ball. Steven Marcos.
There's Art Wilson, the defensive coordinator for Winton Woods. Talked to him for a few minutes before the game.
Art Wilson is a good interview. Always speaks what needs to be said. Outspoken at practice. When you come to practice, you could hear his voice.
Maglasick gives to number 45, Sam Lewis. He'll pick up about a yard or two. He'll spot him at the 21-yard line. There's a few people with umbrellas here in the stands and on the sidelines, and I don't like to say it this way, but they're not very smart right now, Jacob. Got some Mary Poppins candidates out here.
Mary Poppins, what's that?
It's a children's story.
Oh, I'm too old to remember that
Maglasick
stuff.
back to pass. That is complete to number 18, Matt Fraley, and touchdown, Bishop Watterson.
Touchdown there. Bishop Watterson Eagles patiently prodding away at this Warrior lead. 2:15 left to go in the third quarter here, and the score is Winwood Warriors 26, and pending the outcome of this conversion, the Eagles 21. They're going to try to kick it this time. Figuring they got this tailwind, all they got to do is get it up down the middle, and it's through.
Timeout. Officials. Looks like it might have an equipment thing they may be working on here. And number 28, Michael Harper, senior himself, getting ready to kick this point after. Kick is up. And good. So Bishop Watterson brings it to within 4, 26-22 with 2:15 left in the third.
It's just like Coach Bill, Coach Dan Bajelic, he said his guys fight and have a ton of heart. And that's what I'm seeing out here with this crew tonight. I spoke to one of his assistants for a while before the game, Coach Lenny Mills. You know, he's been an assistant over there for 10 years. He actually played for Woody Hayes at the Ohio State Buckeyes at one time. You remember Woody Hayes, JP?
So Winton Woods giving Watterson 22 2 unanswered points, Jacob.
Yeah, well, at some point they're going to have to turn off the switch here, turn on their own, because these guys, these Eagles, you know, they come in here. I know the Warriors, the only Eagles that they care about is the one that's on the back of money, but these Eagles are coming in here seeing to it that their presence is known.
So Kenny Mabry deep for the Warriors. And Michael Harper ready to kick off. I think I would win a bet if I put in a bet for whether this would be a touchback or not.
Well, that's not even a bet. I won't know. They might try to onside kick them here.
Yeah, or Squibber.
They need to try it. I mean, well, I can't sound like I'm rooting against my boys, but
Bishop Watterson stats guy's in my corner. He's going touchback.
I think they should go ahead if they want to look at the sideline. Of course, they know they can stop them on defense now, so here we go.
Line drive up the back of the end zone. Touchback. So Winton's first and 10 from their own yard line with 2:15 left in the third. Jacob, do you remember Robbie Lewis, the old Winton's kicker?
I remember the old Winton's kicker.
Do you remember, I forget which game it was one of his years, kicked off from the normal 45-yard line, kicking with a heavy tailwind. It hits between the fence and the athletic building up on the north side, through the uprights.
Yeah, Winton Woods has been fortunate. They've had some monster kickers in their recent past.
With 10:36 left as Davis has room into the pile. Picks up about a yard or two. They'll mark him down at the 22-yard line. 10:36 left in the fourth quarter. LaSalle 49, Elder Panthers 28.
Well, here we go. Warriors on offense are not giving these Eagles enough to think about, and they're stacked up waiting for Marcus Davis now. So Lionel McConnell, Mr. number 10, we need some of those big balls that he was catching there in the first half.
It is to McConnell. McConnell picks up about 2 more yards, actually about 5, breaks through to the 25-yard line.
That's
Actually,
Terrence
Smith
with the ball. Terrence Smith, good change of pace.
Minute 20 left.
That's what the Warriors are going to need to do now is get a ball to someone that these Eagles don't have a whole lot of film on, because they pretty much know what to expect with Marcus Davis.
Kenny Mabry and Terrence Smith lined up on the outside. Lionel McConnell on the near side. Steal, pass to Terrence Smith in the backfield. He's got a hole. He'll get to the first down and runs out of bounds at the 38-yard line.
Yeah, that's what they need. Something to move a change. Good block going on the perimeter. Number 12 for the Warriors. On that block. Jalen Lumpkins.
We have an umbrella turned inside out on the stands here. It has been rectified. Terrence Smith in motion. Give is to Davis. Davis has room, has a cut. He's out in the open. He is brought down by number 3 for Bishop Watterson. Teddy Walter, excuse me.
Teddy Walter, another good stop for him for the Eagles, but every time he comes off one of his tackles, he's dragging his left shoulder like it's been hurting him.
40 seconds in, counting left in the third. Warriors up by 4. 26-22, first and 10 on the Watterson 49. Davis again up the middle, turns, spins out. He has got room, but taken down. Picks up of about 6.
Looks like that was the first slip-off I've seen on the turf tonight, because he clearly slipped on that plant trying to make that cut there. Right there. Too bad, because he was motoring. So, time expires at the end of the third quarter here, JP.
Yes, sir. After 3 quarters of play, it was Warriors up 26-22 with 12 minutes to play in regulation. 2nd and 5 facing us on the flip side. And again, week 10 of the season, Jacob. It's been a long season for all teams. But Woods, 4-4 coming into this game in their 9-game season. Quite a tough schedule. Them not being in a conference, they have to schedule whoever they can. And really the only teams wanting to play them coming from the GMC. A couple out-of-state teams this year. And winning both games against out-of-state teams in Indianapolis, Bishop Chatard, and Rockbridge out of Missouri. We were there at the Rockbridge game. Rockbridge, quite an impressive team.
Oh, yeah.
Dropping their 2 games to GCL schools this year. Elder in a close game at the pit, and LaSalle in a homecoming loss. Don't forget, if you'd like to get involved in the activities of Waycross, give us a call at 825-2429. Visit us online at waycross.tv/volunteer. And again, if we do get any of our teams into the playoff, Northwest looking to be in, Coleraine looking to be in, we'll cover whatever games they can, obviously dependent on what Sports Time Ohio, Time Warner Cable select, and of course, most of our teams look to be at an away field. If another access center is covering the home team, we will probably let them cover. We do always try to send a volunteer to, if we can. Christian Lumpkin with the ball on the right-hand side, picks up about a yard on that, and he'll be down inside the 45-yard line at the 44.
See George Brown Jr. over here at a big pancake block that you couldn't see it on the replay, but he flattened that poor guy.
Third and 5 for Woods from the 45-yard line. And timeout being called by the officials. Respotting the ball, looks like. And the piece of debris on the field. Cup has escaped.
Man in motion, Lumpkin.
Give it to Davis. Davis tries to bust up the middle. He is stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
Eagle defense stepping up to shut things down now and shedding blocks, and they're right there on the case. And this is where the Warriors are going to have to execute a nice punt here if they could do this just right, pin these guys deep.
And this time wind at their back. And you can see the wind in the rain and the lights. Wind in gusts around 20, 25 miles an hour. Bad snap. Lumpkin gets that punt off.
This might take a nice
Takes
bounce.
a Winton Woods hop inside the 10, inside the 5, and touching it at the 3-yard line.
Put it down.
Referee, I guess, not seeing the touch. Maybe he had a better angle and didn't see the touch. Bishop Watterson, 1st and 10 from their own 1-yard line.
Who's that down that ball for the Warriors? Number.
Looks like it was touched there.
We don't have a number 17.
Number 34, I think, on the final touch. Kwame Watson.
This guy over here made a save, but this is what they need, is get these guys a long field, make a march. 10-18 left to go.
In. Tony Suarez in the truck prognosticating 2 points being appended on someone's list. Magasic under center. Turns the corner. He's got room on the right side. He busts loose.
Big gainer.
Getting many more, getting about 8 yards after the first contact. Finally brought down by number 2, Chaz Lumpkin.
This is where Bishop Watterson Eagles here have lulled the Warriors to sleep. Guys are trying to turn it back on, but now the Eagles have faith in themselves.
10 minutes remaining in regulation. 26-22 here. Agaslick on the fake gives to number 42, Jack Haley. No gain.
So here we see the, again, Bishop Watterson Eagles trying to get a firm grasp on moving this ball. Although it is 2nd and 10. Warriors on the sideline, giving this game a lot more attention. We see Sean Steele trying to stay loose, jogging up and down. Eagles called timeout.
Looks like Magnus is calling that timeout. Their first timeout of the half. So clock stopping with 9:06 left.
You know, this is the first time I've seen this guy Maglisick, but looks pretty good. You know, comes in here, can do whatever he needs to do with the ball, throwing it or running it on his own. Somebody's going to have to get some hats on him if they want to maintain this victory. They're going to have, the defense is going to have to shut him down.
So, I'd like to mention our popsicles out there on camera tonight. They are doing an incredible job of covering this game in these challenging conditions here. Dustin Muncy on camera, Butch Culbreth on camera up top here. Jason Dudley on the field. Dudley getting a little help from the buildings in the way, but up top, Butch and Dustin not getting any sort of help from any sort of hills or any sort of things in the way. So, you guys on camera, thank you very much. 9:06 left. Watterson with the ball.
Maglisick
back to pass. That is caught by Jack Haley. Jack Haley has room on the sideline. Tucks in and is taken down by Christian Lumpkin into Wintonwood's territory at about the 47-yard line.
The guy went for the pick and guessed wrong. Let's see how close he came to getting that. It would have been a pick 6, but well, here we go. There's no way that these guys can end up kissing their sister with the score being what it is, JP, so something's going to have to give here.
Just a tick under 9:55. Officials taking a pause here to check everything's right here.
Equipment malfunction.
Possibly. The ball is set for play. First down for Watterson off of that. Give up the middle, and busting loose is Sam Lewis. He is wrapped up by linebacker for Wintonwood's number 18, Kenny Mabry.
Bust right in there, straight north with that ball, Sam Lewis goes. And, you know, he ran through the word defense like warm butter that time.
Clock is counting. 8:40 left. First down for Bishop Watterson. Inside the Warriors 35.
Substitution made on defense.
Yep. Maglisick makes it. He is still on his feet. Turns the corner.
You can't let this guy
runs out of bounds for a loss of about 2 yards.
See, a play like that, though, they had him lined up for a big hit at some point.
Yep.
Like when he starts running this way, somebody should have came in.
Before that. Number 6 was in there, Jerome Rowland.
Boy, this Maglisick wants it bad.
Actually, he got a gain on that of about 3 yards. 2nd and 7.
This is senior night, and the Winton Woods Warriors seniors is going to have to step up and show leadership now.
Maglisick gives to number 5, Tyler Bear, who is taken down for a loss of about a yard.
That's right.
Clock ticks and ticks and ticks. 3rd and 7 for Bishop Watterson.
Warrior coaching staff yelling encouragement to that defense. Somebody's going to have to disconnect this guy from the ball here.
And a keeper by the quarterback, Maglisick. Ball comes loose, but he was down by contact before the ball came loose. That'll be just short of a first down. Looks like it'll bring up fourth and about a yard or two.
Jermaine Watson on a nice stop for the Ward defense.
4th and 1, a long one from the 22-yard line.
Being encouraging, this is 4th down, don't jump. And that's absolutely correct. You can't give them this cheap first down. They got Maglisic split far right. No, they don't.
Yep, Maglisic under center. He bowls forward, and he'll get the first down and a couple more before being wrapped up inside the red zone. So first down, Bishop Watterson with a chance to take the lead.
6:51 left to go in the affair.
Clock continues to run, 6:50 and counting left. Ball on the Winton Woods 19-yard line.
First and 10, here we
Maglisic
go.
back, keeps it. Takes a turn to the left. He'll pick up some more yards before being knocked out of bounds by a couple Warriors, including number 18, Kenny Mabry, and number 6, Jerome Rowland. First and goal, Bishop Watterson.
Well, Rowland sheds that block, gets over there in position to make the stop. Here in Warrior Nation, starting to get behind their players here. This is not what Warrior Nation had in mind for this ball game.
Maglisic gives to Sam Lewis, who is stopped.
Ball may be
loose.
out.
Referees trying to decide who has the ball, if anyone.
No signal given.
Looks like the referee, and a flag, could have some extracurriculars.
And we know the way the body reaction of the Eagles is where that flag is going to be assessed. Must have been something that was said and not done because, you know, there was no movement and this guy's huddled around and the flag came out. So
Some jaw-jacking.
something about a vicious rumor about this ref and his relatives, I don't know. But
Personal foul on Winton Woods. And the referee, Rennie Cousineau.
there's that ball out. Nice work for our camera crew. These guys are
Jason
telling
Dudley
you,
on that shot.
our Waycross resource, these guys are good. It's a wonder that CNN, Fox, somebody doesn't hire these guys right away from Waycross.
Second and goal for Watterson from the 4-yard line. Watterson 4 yards away from taking the lead for the first time this game. Winton Woods giving Watterson so far 22 unanswered points.
Yeah, Watterson just lulled these guys to sleep now.
Maglisic keeps it up the middle. He stops short by about 2 yards. Third and goal from the 2.
You know, you could see where the Eagles come in here and stuck to their game plan and use patience, and now they find themselves knocking on the door.
Timeout called by Winton Woods. So Winton Woods taking their second timeout with 5:37 left in the contest. The last Winton Woods score was with 3:32 left in the second on the 66-yard bust from Marcus Davis. Watterson got their first score with 8.4 seconds left in the half off of 14-yard pass to Maglisic. And it has been Bishop Watterson ever since.
Well, this is an example of what that guy wearing Yankee pinstripes famously said, it's not over until it's over. And now the Warriors, unfortunately, are getting a grim reminder of that here tonight. Although they still maintain the lead in this game, you know, one way or another, they're going to have to score. Magasic under center.
Give is to number 42 or 45, Sam Lewis, and he'll be taken down short 4th. And 1 from the 1. Or no, they'll put it on the 2, so 4th and 2 from the 2.
A lot of defenders in there. This is it now. Fork in the road to stick fork in them for both teams. Quick count.
Up into the middle. Is this a critical stop?
No, they didn't get it. They didn't get that.
So, turnover on downs for Watterson.
We hear the Warrior Nation encouraging these guys. And whoever that gentleman was, I heard him up here saying he gets nothing. Am I allowed to say that? This is
Was there any obscenities? So Winton Woods will have the ball 1st and 10 with 99 yards to the end zone that they are targeting. There you see number 52 for Winton Woods, which is George Brown, who committed to the Florida Gators, Mr. Williams.
That's right. His Florida Gators, I believe, will be playing ball tomorrow against somebody.
Yep. So
game I'm looking forward to seeing tomorrow is where Aaron Kemper does this thing for the Army. Well, here's Winton Woods. They're going to have to maintain possession and get out the shadow end zone because these guys mess around and slap a safety. They got the full house backfield.
Steele gives to Davis. Davis has room on his feet, taken down by a pair of Eagles. Number 5, Tyler Bear on that stop. Looked like also number 3, Teddy Walter on that. So brings Winton Woods out to the 10-yard line. 2nd and 1.
Nice team blocking by everybody up front on the O-line there.
Yep. And we've got a flag in. Encroachment on the defense. First down, Winton Woods.
Watterson got a little bit sloppy there. Lined up offside or jumped. Give Winton Woods some precious yards that's going to help them keep these chains moving, hopefully.
So 1st and 10, Winton Woods. Watterson trying to stop Winton Woods from marching all the way down the field. Davis up the middle.
Bounces out.
Turns the corner to the right before being brought down, and a flag
face
on
mask or a horse
play.
collar.
Tyler Bear.
So the senior night crowd starting to get behind their seniors, JP, with 4:17 left to go in the game.
Face mask the call on Bishop Watterson. Looks like it was the 5-yard variety. So 1st and 3 for Winton Woods from their own 17-yard line.
See, that wind has died down some compared to what it had been. Of course, the Warriors don't figure on throwing here. Ball was almost lost. Number 12 with
number
the carry.
12, that is Jalen Lumpkin, and a flag in the backfield, possibly holding. Lumpkin chased out of bounds inside Watterson territory, but this could be coming back.
Holding on the Warriors. So they're going to march backwards in the 3:50 left to go in the affair. The Warriors offense still has work to do.
We've got a final score for us all out of the Owl's Nest. Unhealthy beating Northwest 34-6.
Well,
have to see if our old buddy Joe Idle is on the ball updating scores as soon as he finds them.
With Mount Healthy and in Northwest their head like that. That's the only team in this neck of the woods that can probably play in the same field with LaSalle, you think?
No, don't know about that. LaSalle is trouncing Elder. Get that score in a minute. Davis.
Flag
Picked
down.
up and a flag.
Got a Watterson Eagle getting up slow. But this is where the Warriors have to clean this up. So as in order to get out of here with the W.
Personal foul, face mask on. Bishop Watterson, that's the 15-yard flavor. That should be a first down. Harrison, 35. Edgewood, 16. That's a final. Fourth quarter, LaSalle, 56. Elder, 35. Fairfield defeating Hamilton, 17-zip. Lakota West up 24-7 over Lakota East. Take a look at the face mask right there, number 18 committing that. That was Matt Fraley.
Looks like the Eagles are going to have the box full of defenders.
Davis has room right-hand side, taken down, pick him up at maybe a yard.
We're going to bring it to a second down. It's like about 8. That's right. Got Tony Suarez in the truck explaining to us where the Warriors on offense is going to just make Watterson use all their timeouts as possible. Staying in bounds. Full house backfield.
Davis has room right-hand side, taken down by Tyler Bear. Sycamore up 29-zip over Mason.
Nice tackle. Number 5 there. Tyler Bear.
Princeton falling to Middletown right now, 35-7 in the fourth. Coleraine, 22, Oak Hills, 0. I'm guessing Tom Bolden didn't put his starters in much at all. Davis has room. Again, taken down by Tyler Bear. Bear has, I'm guessing they marked Tyler Bear to get Davis.
Darius Thomas out there in front of Davis trying to lead the way. .157 left to go in the game here. 1st and 10.
St. X is up 24-6 over Louisville St. X. Give to Davis again.
Muscles in there. And number 5 making the tackle again, Tyler Bear.
Timeout, Bishop Watterson. That's their second. They've got one left with 1:32 left.
They can use all the timeouts they want at this point. It won't matter as long as the Warriors can keep these chains moving.
Second down and 4 from the 48-yard line.
Well, JP, you got a whole year to get these guys those new uniforms that you wanted where they got the numerals on the shoulder pads. Maybe you get him some, nice fishnets? Not fishnets. What do they call them?
Sorry, I was looking at scores.
I was just trying to pick on you. Okay, so here's the Warriors offense. Again, they got the power backfield. They got the tight ends. They got Jerron Cage and Alex Parker line up as tight end. Full house backfield. Give to
Davis has room left-hand side. He runs, gets the first down. And they'll spot him just outside the 40-yard line. A school we used to cover, Jacob. Finneytown losing to Wyoming tonight, 55-6.
Well, you know, Wyoming's always have a pretty representative team. Hopefully Finneytown can get back in the groove at some point.
Anderson losing to Kings right now in the third quarter, 29-14. So Kings looking to keep themselves locked in.
So we'll have to see what they come up with. I miss covering some of those games down there at Finneytown.
Joe Idle is in the process of updating all of his scores, and right now he has flipped Winton Woods to mathematically eliminated. So per Joe Idle, Winton Woods is mathematically eliminated.
Well, you know, they played a 9-game season. And that's basically, in a way, why.
Marcus Davis has some room. He'll pick up a first down inside the Watterson 30-yard line.
Here we see the give to Davis.
So right now, LaSalle, Joe Idle hasn't put in the LaSalle game yet. He's got Mount Healthy with all games complete, Kings with all games complete, Harrison so too. Doesn't have the Lima Seniors score yet. Looks like Winton Woods in the victory formation here with under a minute left. So they should be able to take one more knee, and that'll do it. Per Joe Idle, Mount Healthy, LaSalle, Kings, and Lima Senior have clinched home games. Harrison, Northwest, and Tecumseh have clinched playoff spots. Glen Estee controls own destiny. Loveland is just waiting on some of the other results. Winton Woods currently 10th on the table. And that knee is taken. And the clock will expire. Jacob, Winton Woods looking to be out of the playoffs this year. Their seniors have a good future ahead of them.
Oh, yeah. I mean, a lot of these guys are going to be playing in NCAA football. You know, their coaching staff, all their health, hydration situation staff, Adam, the trainer. You know, these are our boys, and no matter what, you know, you don't measure their success by playoffs. You measure success by the manhood that they learned this year from Coach Gray and his staff.
Again, a big thanks to all of our camera operators tonight, braving the elements, the cold, the rain, whatever Mother Nature has thrown their way, the wind. Dustin Muncie, Butch Colbreth, Jason Dudley, Tony Suarez, and Hugh Staples in the truck. Jacob, final thoughts on the season?
Well, I just want to say, again, it's been a pleasure doing these games. You know, while I might not wear Yankee pinstripes or have an incurable disease that I know of, covering these Warrior games for Waycross helps me feel like I could be the luckiest man on the planet.
And remember, we love covering these games. We know the kids love us covering it. We will try to cover any postseason games we can. Northwest and Coleraine being our schools in the tournament. But again, the OHSA has that exclusive contract with Time Warner Cable and Sports Time Ohio. So if they pick any tournament game, no one else can do video play-by-play. Winton Woods getting ready to sing the fight song here to what friends and family are left here. Yeah, we'll come back to us here in a second. So that's it for the Winton Woods Warriors season. 26-22, the final. Bishop Watterson Eagles giving Winton Woods a big scare. But again, like I said, we love covering all this stuff. If you'd like to get involved, give us a call at 825-2429. Check us out online at waycross.tv. We have loved seeing you all season. We will see you next season. For Jacob Williams, everyone else in the truck, John Palmer saying good night, everyone.
Copies of this program are available for $20 each. Send program title along with your address and check or money order to Waycross Community Media. Attention Dub Coordinator, 2086 Waycross Road, Forest Park, Ohio 45240. Or buy securely on the web at www.waycross.tv.